Onika. I got more slaps than Aretha. When you lose the queen, niggas friendly.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley. If it's your first time here, go ahead and subscribe and hit the post notification bell so you never miss an upload from me, and so you can keep in touch with me and keep in contact, see what I'm uploading and stuff like that. So today's video is basically just going to be me talking to you guys about anxiety, the problems that I faced with it when I was going to New York City, and how it can kind of hold you back from certain things. I also wanted to talk to you guys about inspiration, faith, and I have a little announcement for you guys. Some of you already know, but I always want to keep the lines of dialogue open between us, and so you guys can see every step of my journey and know that you can do the same exact thing. So with that said, if you would like to see this video and find out what's going on with me, make sure you keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. So today we are going to talk about what inspires you, what makes you tick, what makes me tick. Alright, so while I'm looking for my eyebrow brush, y'all, I just want to talk to you guys. You know, I absorb a lot of information on a day-to-day basis just because I'm always online. I'm always trying to figure out the internet, figure out how to be successful on the internet, because if I'm going to spend all day on the internet, I might as well be successful at it. That's my thought process. I have a lot of talents, and I feel like there's just so much going on that it's hard for me to narrow it down and whatever, but one thing that I know is what drives me, and so I just kind of want to put that out there into the universe, kind of help you guys. I can't find my freaking I can't even find my eyebrow brush, so I'm going to use this Anastasia product. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Chocolate Brow Wiz Pencil. I purchased these at Ulta. So if you hear something in the background, you're hearing my dryer. It's raggedy. That's the best I could do. I'm concerned and I'm curious, and I want to open a dialogue here to where we can discuss what is it that drives you. Okay, so the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I feel like not enough people have drive. And it's not even like I'm saying people have to have the same drive as me or have to have the same interests as me, but this is what I'm saying. This is the age of the internet. This is the age of the internet. We all know that. So while we're sitting around watching people live their lives, right, we could very well be living our lives. We could very well be living our own dreams. It's like, now that I understand that you can do anything, I get frustrated when I see that people don't believe that they can really do anything. I get frustrated because there's people like Cardi B's, and there's people like Donald Trump's, and there's all kinds of people out here doing what we think is impossible, but it's really not that impossible if they're doing it right. And it really frustrates me because as someone who's a content creator, someone who is just a creative and making sacrifices to create, and it's like, damn, sometimes it just feels like I'm the only person that I know. And don't take this the wrong way. People that work their 9 to 5s, and you know, that's what they want to do, and that's what they feel they need to do, 100%. I respect that. But it's the ones that are so skeptical of everything, even though they see it. Even though they see on TV, they see online that people are making money, making business moves. There are so many young entrepreneurs right now. I have not done my statistics, but I'm telling you, there's so many of them. This is not the age or the era anymore to where you have to go down to, you know, Capitol Records or Motown Records and, you know, send down your DVDs and this and that. Like, literally, if you have a fan base and if you have supporters, you're in there. It's that easy. So there's a formula, there's a recipe, yes. Now, I've pretty much been trying to do everything I can to, you know, I'm a rebel at heart. You know, that's me. I'm a rebel. You tell me to do one thing, and I'm gonna find a way to do it my own way. So, you know, it's just about taking the necessary proper precautions and being safe about it. So, you know, I've been thinking about getting surgery. So, of a business move. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's not like I want surgery because I have such low self-esteem that I feel like, you know, I hate myself and I just can't live another day in this body. And nah, it's not that for me at all. It's more so like I know that I want to look a certain way, and there are certain body goals that I want to achieve that, let's be real, working out won't fully achieve them. So instead of having to work twice as hard on these angles and suck this in and do this and do that, like, let's just get this done. Let's just make this snappy happy. Let's get it done, and let's get back to, like, let's make some money. And so, you know, of course people can feel however they want to feel, but here's my thing. At the end of the day, who's gonna make sure that, you know, you're good? You are. You and whoever you believe in, your closest family, support system. Heck, they might not even agree with it. But here's the thing, for a lot of people, for a lot of girls out here, this, you know, when you get your body done, this is it's a business type of thing. It's an investment. It's automatically, if you do it the right way, and if you know, get out there and you're hungry for it, you will get success. Now, of course, I believe in doing it the right way, doing your research, doing whatever you have to do, find the right doctors, etc. But honestly, those are just my thoughts about surgery. I've been thinking about it for a couple of years now, and the thing is like, the only concerns that I have, like I told my mom, the only concerns that I have are what type of pain is it that I'm going to feel afterwards. Because when I was younger, when I was in my 20s and stuff like that, like, my pain tolerance was crazy. Like, I would want to do things just to feel the pain and say, oh, I got through that. But now my pain tolerance is set up a little bit different. So I'm just concerned about that. I'm concerned about long-term effects. If it's something that, you know, down the road, am I going to have to keep getting these things done and things like that. Outside of that, I pretty much know where I want to go. I pretty much know how much I'm going to pay. And to be real with you, no, I don't have all of the money right now. But this is how I operate. Like, I guess I've been manifesting for a long time and I didn't even realize it, but a lot of times I don't know how things are going to go, but when I have faith in something and I'm ready to just give it 100%, I know it's going to work out, and that's just the end of it. I don't spend all day trying to figure out this, that, and the third. Like, that's the end of it, because I'm giving that to God. I'm letting Him handle it. That's the whole point of faith. That's the way I see things on that. So if anybody can, you know, I've been watching BBLs. I watched Aaliyah Face. I watched Glamazon-Tay. I watched several different people's BBL journeys and things like that. They lived. Everything was fine. So, you know, we'll see what happens. It's just so much less footwork that you have to do now versus back in the day. Like, if you were a hairstylist back in the day, it would be either word of mouth, it would be, you know, you knew somebody that knew somebody, and, you know, or it would be like, you know, walking around passing out business cards. And I always have been told to work smarter and not harder. So now that that's being implemented, what's the tea? Also, another thing I want to tell you guys is this, like, you don't have to envy anyone. Like, no one has to be jealous of anybody. Nobody has to be upset with anybody. The only difference between you or myself and some of these other people that are super duper successful is the fact that they believed in themselves, you know? Either they believed in themselves, or they had a support system that believed in them, or they did not have a support system that believed in them, which made them go 20 times harder. Now, for me, it's a lot more helpful for me if I have a support system that believes in me, but I would so much rather spend a whole lot less time convincing and, you know, explaining and this and that. But that's just what it is when you're trying to pursue, you know, certain things. Like, I guess everybody might go through it. I'm not sure. Let me know down below if you've ever like faced any kind of like, you know, you wanted to do something and everyone around you was super skeptical about it. Even though I get support, but I'm just saying, you know, people were just skeptical. And did it make you want to stop doing whatever it was, or did it make you want to go harder? I know in my past, like, things like that would definitely make me say, well, you know what, maybe this is stupid. But now I think and I say, you know what if Cardi B said, you know, this is stupid, I can't be a musician, or I can't do this, I can't do that, or like, all I have to say is never stop dreaming. Please never stop dreaming. It's nothing that you can't do. And it's just, I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what you have to do whatever it is that you want to do, but I know you can do it. Saddened sometimes when I see people that don't really believe in themselves, because whether they realize it or not, that energy exudes out. Like, when people really don't believe in themselves, it creates this energy like, oh, well, you know, this is stupid, or that is stupid, or everything's stupid, nothing makes sense. And, well, who wants to waste time explaining this, that, the third? Like, no, just let people work, let people do what they gotta do, and just, if they fall flat on their ass, okay, they fell flat on their ass. But if they're happy, let them be. There's people out here that really work their butts off to, you know, make someone else richer, and that's just the reality of it. You gotta do what you have to do. It just got to a point where I just felt so useless. Like, what I'm doing now, I feel like it's not useless because I know it's gonna take me somewhere, and I truly believe that. And I'm done trying to get anyone else to see that. I truly believe that. And what I want to tell you is that I quit my job probably about a week now. And the reason for that is because, you know, I'm sorry, this is kind of hard for me to talk about, actually. I didn't intend to even talk about this right now, but I just want to be transparent with you all, and I want to tell you all how serious I am. And I want to show you guys that, no, I'm not telling you to go out here and go quit your job. You know, we all have different circumstances. Luckily, when I got out of the military, or prior to getting out of the military, I was able to set myself up, you know, or I had the resources to set myself up with a monthly income. And, you know, I have a cosmetology license. I went to school for aesthetics. I did not get my license in aesthetics. We can talk about that in another video. But what I want to tell you guys is that I got tired of, I felt like I was a fish in a very small fish bowl. And I honestly felt like I couldn't be myself. I felt like I couldn't grow. I felt like I couldn't expand my horizons. Or maybe it's just that I didn't want to, because I knew that wasn't truly what I was supposed to be doing. Anything that I've done thus far is not truly what I was supposed to be doing. And now that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I know that I care, and I know that I believe in myself, because I'm not even receiving payment. Call me crazy, you know, call me irresponsible. Yes, I have a child. My child is taken care of. My child wants for nothing. And I'll be honest with you, that job, you know, it was my spending money, yes. But, you know, and that job helped me to grow. That job helped me to see that that job wasn't where I was supposed to be. And it just felt very dark, very empty, very unfulfilling to me. I prayed on it a lot. I thought about it a lot. And eventually, you know, I talked to my family. Of course, my family thought I was crazy. I just want to tell you guys, I really just felt super inspired when I went to New York. And I want to talk about that a little bit. So, when I went to New York, I had a lot of anxiety because, you know, it wasn't like the type of anxiety to where I was like, wasn't racing. It wasn't that type of anxiety. It was more so just like, wow, I'm really doing this. A lot of you, I mean, I'll just tell you, I've never been to New York City. I have lived in New York, but it was not New York City. I lived, you know, upstate. I think I was talking about inspiration. I don't even remember now, but I felt so freaking inspired. So my first time going to New York, it was amazing. I went, and this is the thing about my anxiety that I wanted to touch on more with you guys. So the thing about anxiety that is so frustrating is that it's so hard to talk about because, first of all, it's not something that people can just see. Like, they can see it, but they can't see it. So it's like so many different things, so many emotions, so many thoughts going through your mind when you're trying to do something that is going to be amazing for your possible career. You know, it's like, okay, this is your first time going to New York. Like, my younger self, when I was like younger, I would have been like, yes, oh my gosh, like fearless, like let's do it, let's do everything. I want to do everything. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to do this. But instead, like, little did my aunt know, I was just having so many thoughts. So initially getting on the plane and everything, oh my gosh, you guys, I had to talk myself through this entire trip. I literally had to force myself to pack, force myself to get on the plane, force myself to not come down with some, oh, I can't go. Even if, this is how bad anxiety truly is. You could spend so much money. So I had spent money on an airline ticket. Then we were gonna, like, you could spend so much money. Anxiety does not care. Anxiety will be like, well, here go about 50 million concerns. Here go about 60 what ifs. You know, it's just really unfortunate. And the fact that, you know, people really think that this is a joke. People think this is a game. People don't understand. People don't want to understand. So I commend those that try to understand it. But here's the thing about it. And if it sounds like I'm rambling, I apologize. Oh my gosh. Hopefully this is the last time that I switch location. Going to New York for me was so scary. Even though it's been a dream of mine since I was younger, just to be there, just to like see the people, see what it's all about, hear how people's accents are. Like, I used to really love people a lot when I was younger, and you know, it was before I realized how people can be. And now I kind of avoid people, and it's like I now have a fear of, you know, eventually I know this relationship or this connection, this whatever, is gonna end at some point. So sometimes I'll even, I guess, make it self-destruct, because it's like when it actually does end, I'm not gonna be able to handle it. Like, it's just so much. Like, so being around people like that again, and just so many different people, it was so welcoming. It was, honest to God, one of the best experiences I've ever had. I just kept thanking God so much. I kept thanking my aunt, and I kept thanking my family, because they also helped me to make this possible. And it's just that I just was in so much turmoil mentally, because my mind was telling me one thing, my body wanted to do another thing, and there's a conflict there. So just imagine going through that on a daily basis, where you want to do something, you know it'll be conducive to your lifestyle and your career, but literally your mental is not in sync with your body. So that's what I was dealing with all the way from the airport. Like, I wanted to cry the whole time, because I could not believe that I was actually gonna go through with it. So to a lot of people, like, it's not a big deal. You're just going to another city. But to me, it is a big deal. So, and then some amazing things happened. I met some amazing people. People were so welcoming and so warm, and it was totally unexpected because all I know about New York is what I see on television and what I see amongst the melting pot of people that live where I live. So it hasn't been the best of things, but then there are those really amazing things that made me want to visit that city. It literally was something out of a movie, because I mean, obviously we stayed in Manhattan, so we were amongst like the nice stuff, I guess you could say, because a couple people that I know that are from New York hit me up and they were like, well, yeah, everybody's nice because you're in Manhattan. I'm like, okay, cool, that's where I'm supposed to be. So, you know, and my aunt, she was totally like, well, what you mean? Like, you know, she's from Philly. She's like, well, what you mean you was worried about it? I'm with you. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Like, what you mean? Like, and it's hard to explain. Well, you know, I had a fear or a concern that people were gonna treat me like X, Y, and Z, which it's not a fear of that. It's a fear of how am I gonna react to that, because I don't want to be in a negative headspace. I want to have a great time, and I don't want anything to ruin that. So sometimes it's just that. It's just like, okay, sometimes it's like you can't shut your head off. That's more so where my issues stemmed. And then the fact that I was about to be around so many people at one time, it's nerve-wracking. I mean, I'm not from a big city. I'm from the country. And even though when I was younger, I would tell people I'm from Philadelphia, it's like, no, I'm actually from here, because, you know what I'm saying? I obviously left Philadelphia at a very young age, so. And so, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, things are not always going to be easy. You're not always going to know every answer, but you sometimes just got to take a step out on faith. And the more that I didn't take a step out on faith, even though a lot of people may feel like, well, you didn't have to quit your job. Okay, but what was I gaining from that job? Just enough to spend it. And I just don't, I can't do that anymore. I cannot do that anymore. And then people are like, well, why don't you get a higher paying job? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I don't want to. I simply don't want to. If you don't consider making art, creating inspiration, modeling clothing, if you don't consider any of that work, if you don't consider what I do work, that is your business. And the more I was staying in a situation where I was not happy, because I am a Gemini at the end of the day, it's not gonna work. It's never gonna work. Eventually I'm gonna find a way to wiggle up out of it, because it's like I'm gonna explode. I cannot stay in a predicament, a situation, a friendship, a marriage, a whatever it is, if I'm not happy, if I'm not getting something out of it. That's just it, guys. I decided to take a step out on faith, and I decided to bet on myself, and I decided to not care what anybody thought about it anymore. Because at the end of the day, there's so many people out in this world that want to do something and they have a vision in their heart. There are so many millionaires in your family that just simply felt like they could not take a step out on faith, or circumstances would not let them step out on faith. Being tied down to certain things didn't let them step out on faith. I'm no longer in those predicaments, and I feel amazing about it. And I had several talks with God. I don't make serious life-changing decisions without talking to God. I do not. And everything was leading me to where I am right now. So I just want to share that with you guys at the point I'm at now, so that you can see it. You can grasp it, you can feel it, you can know that there's nothing for me to gain from you. There's no tricks, there's no smoke and mirrors. You see where I am right now, and you'll see where I will be. With that said, I hope you guys have an amazing Easter, an amazing day. I think I'm about to go to Hobby Lobby, to be honest. I'm going to record some more videos, but I'm definitely going to go to Hobby Lobby today. And yes, You guys are amazing. You guys can do anything you set your heart to, you can do it. You set your mind to, you can do it. If you can see it, you can have it. I'm rooting for you. If nobody else is, I'm rooting for you. And that is it, guys. Enjoy your day. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all. Let me tell y'all what my anxiety tried to do. My anxiety tried to not let me be great and wear my outfit.
And Dolls Kill needs to pay me because these shoes right here were a hit. Period.
At BeautyCon, and you know what? I said, you know what? Forget this. I'm wearing my outfit. Period. And girl, the response and the love, I cannot tell y'all how many people came up to me and my aunt and was like, oh my gosh, like, where did you get your boots? I love your whole look. Can I take a picture with you? Little old me. I was like, oh my gosh, can you imagine had I not worn it? Like, I just was like, wow, like, people really received us well out there. Like, seriously, like, things that I could never do here, I definitely did out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, looks or whatever. Like, it just was a good great feeling. And I see why people that are from there are so successful, because it's like, what you gonna tell me? I'm a New Yorker. But yeah, I forgot to tell y'all that. I want to tell y'all that.